So the Enugu state government has banned the activities of MOT from today, which is the 21st of August, through to the 1st of September. There's a circular going around which I have obtained from the Ministry of Transportation, and it reads, Directive for the immediate suspension of transport enforcement activities in Enugu till 31st August 2025. It reads in parts, with immediate effect, all transport-related enforcement activities are suspended in Enugu until Monday, 1st September 2025. This moratorium is to ensure seamless mobility and zero friction during ongoing NBA AGC movements. This also applies to all MOT enforcement contract operations. Focus on traffic management. While enforcement is suspended, our primary responsibility is now traffic management. With over 20,000 visitors expected in the city, it is critical to maintain smooth traffic flow and prevent congestion around key locations, particularly the ICC adjoining routes and the key clusters. Officers are to direct traffic aggressively and proactively, ensuring orderliness across major junctions, terminals, and access points. All field staff must caution motorists professionally where necessary without harassment or intimidation. Any officer, unit, or contractor found wanting will face severe sanctions, including summary removal from posts, contract termination, and loss of job. For absolute clarity, stand down all non-emergency enforcement activities. They need to put that because they know the people that they employed. Limited exception, only safety, critical and emergency responses, accidents, life-threatening hazards, active traffic incidents may proceed. Such actions must be logged and reported to the permanent secretary. We also appeal to our transport partners in the local government and the board, ESIRS, to follow suit, ensuring orderliness and supporting with temporary parking spaces throughout this period. Sincerely, Honorable Dr. Obi, Commissioner of Transport, Enugu State. Whoa, here we go. I think, first of all, it's a welcome development that this has happened, because there is no way in the world that MOT wouldn't have disgraced this government if they had been allowed to operate freely like they do in Enugu. So this particular circular that is out there only shows me that the government of Enugu State know what MOT guys are doing on the road. They also know the menace that these guys and the threat that these guys pose on the road. They know that they do obstruction on the road by their activities. They know that they practically are nuisance in Enugu for commuters and for private car owners and for transporters. They know, and that's the reason why they're taking them off the road, because visitors are coming in. It's so crazy. I saw somewhere somebody was saying that it's because it's the lawyers that are coming, because you can't clamp a lawyer's car and the lawyer will let you go. You can imagine clamping a lawyer's car and then you are holding an NBA conference in Enugu. You have over 20,000 people, and then you have somebody who is clamping your car. You crossed the line. You did not cross the line. You beat traffic. You did not beat traffic. You can just imagine the madness. They know that they are not going to be able to even control vehicles. Vehicles are going to be trooping into Enugu State. And of course, they don't want to be embarrassed. So they have told everybody, that's your clamping machine and that's your towing van. I don't want to see it anywhere. But this is really bad. This is really bad. Well, I'll say in two ways. First, this is very bad because people in Enugu would now be saying, so we're not that important. If you want to really enforce traffic, I think we can do it digitally. We can enforce traffic, using digital means instead of endangering people's lives, with MOT people chasing people and double crossing them in the middle of the road. just because they beat traffic. If truly that this government is digital in nature, has been shouting about digital inclusion and all of those digital things, how come we're not able to digitize our traffic system? Yes, how come? What is so difficult in it? We have several technologies these days that can track people wherever they are. Instead of putting people on the road, putting men and boots and people on the road just to chase people. That way, when you beat the traffic, you minimize the human to human activity or human to human engagement. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nobody will come and be meeting you, say, I will beat you, I will slap you. There's this quarrel that comes with it when somebody beats, traffic, or maybe he's a traffic offender. There's this quarrel that comes with it, and sometimes you could turn into fighting. People beating people. Yes. So, in order to minimize that, that human to human engagement, what you get is wherever you get your destination, the thing just directs you. Thank God we now have a CCTV everywhere in Enugu. The CCTV can locate that car wherever the car is going to. And then when the person gets there, the MOT guys can just drive there directly instead of double crossing people in the middle of the road, clamping that vehicles in the middle of the road, and then causing untold hardship of other people. So the government of Enugu State know these things exist, and now visitors are coming in. They don't want the embarrassment of these people, and then they are allowing them, to do whatever it is that they want to do. I'm shocked. I'm shocked with this. I was thinking that the MOT would operate the way they usually operate, so that by the time they clamp 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 persons vehicle, then they by the time it goes to national news, then they will now see the embarrassment that the thing would have cost the government of Enugu State. Anyways, and then that's on one hand. Then the other hand, it's a good thing. Enugu, the man is looking for investors. The man is looking to expand the state. The man is giving people the opportunity to come into the state to see what we have, whether it's land you want to invest in, or whether you want to build your restaurant, or whether you want to basically do things. This is the hub, all right? He wants to open Enugu to the world, and he is doing it by bringing all of these conferences into town. So far, Enugu has hosted several conferences since the International Conference Center was inaugurated earlier this year. There are several of them. The Guild of Editors, had their conference here some time ago. Several workshops have happened here. Emeka Yoku did his series here in Enugu. Chimamanda did her homecoming in Enugu at that International Conference Center. There were several things that happened, that played out in that International Conference Center. He's opening Enugu to the world. Is a good thing, and then this will be the highest number of people coming into Enugu State. Maybe not the highest, but there's another event coming up, the art and culture event that is built for November. That is going to be just about the highest. But right now, so far, with all of the conferences that have happened in Enugu, this is supposed to be the biggest and the most active, because we're talking about elites coming into town. We're talking about elite lawyers from around the country, and people even fly from different parts of the world to come for these particular events. So he's doing everything possible to make sure that Enugu doesn't have any bad experience with anybody. That's why he's trying to beautify the states. He's repainting the environment. He's patching the roads. He's also stopping these people who are a pain in the ass. So to tell you that, like it or leave it, government at all levels know what the plight of Nigerians are. This is only telling you exactly what is in the mind of an average governor.
He knows what you are facing. He knows the problem. He knows your problem. He knows that you are facing this hardship. Because why would you stop MOT from actively being involved in this? Let them clamp cars. I want them to clamp. Let them go and clamp lawyers' cars. I don't know if you understand. What they know, so they know that Enugu residents are facing this crazy people who they have employed, who have no decorum, who have no training, to just clamp people's cars without any form of direction, and then they take you to their MOT vehicles. And I hear that they even do it's more like a marketing thing. The more cars you catch, the more monies you get. There's a percentage you get for more cars that you get. To tell you how bad, how can that be a source of income for the government? Of all things, to be a source of income for the government is collecting monies from people who have broken laws. I mean, the problem is these guys are not there to even tell people to don't do this, don't do that. Hey, next time don't do this. They're watching and hoping that you break the law. So I've said my own. It's good that they are closing down on MOT. So this is also to open up to everybody. The government knows your plight. This is one of the reasons to know that government knows what you are facing, but they're not going to remove it because it is somewhat something for them. It's bringing monies for them. So no matter whatever you feel about it, as long as it's bringing money for them, they really don't care. Anyways, tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you as always. Cheers.